Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Salvaje from the Salvaje Cartel, and I'm back with another Fortnite Save the World in-depth weapon review. Okay, so this is my review for the Vindertech Seeker that you can obtain from this week's Frostnite challenge, Superheated. And I'm superheated because this bow definitely did not meet my expectations, but I'm still going to, of course, give it a fair review. As you guys know, I like to get straight to the point, so let me tell you guys what I do like about this bow. First of all, it's really unique. It looks really cool. The arrows look really amazing, and the concept of this bow and how it's basically supposed to work on paper is really cool. The special ability that this bow has is that after 1 second of charging up your bow, you have the ability to throw multiple tracking arrows. But here's why I'm not a huge fan of this bow, right? The tracking arrows are bugged. Sometimes they hit multiple targets, sometimes they only hit a couple of targets, sometimes they don't hit any targets at all, and sometimes they just disappear, I guess, or they just don't work. I understand that you actually have to hold R2. Is it R2? Yeah, I understand that you have to hold mouse 1. I'm just going to say PC gamer terms, but I understand that you have to hold mouse 1 for a second, right? But look at this fight with this Taker, for example. Like, I'm hitting the Taker a couple of times with my arrow, and he's barely getting damage. If I was using something like the Boom Bow, for example, that Taker, I mean, that, what's this thing called? That blaster would have been taken down by now, like, really easily. Something that I also noticed about the Vindertech Seeker is that this thing actually shoots arrows, not explosive arrows like the Boom Bow, which means that if your aim is a little bit off, you're not going to get a lot of value from this weapon. Now, most likely, your aim might be off from time to time. And the reason for that is because this bow also doesn't have a lot of range. That's another reason why I'm not a huge fan of this bow, okay? It's a sniper rifle, but you're supposed to kind of use it at the medium ranges. From my testing, that's pretty much where I had the most success. And since the tracking arrows are sometimes bugged and they don't work, yeah, at the medium ranges, sometimes I would just find myself in situations where I was just overwhelmed by a lot of husk, for example, and I was like, well, guess I'll die, right? This is a perfect example right here. Like right here, I can't really use the bow to its fullest potential because I'm being surrounded by a lot of husk. And of course, now I'm going to be charging up the bow to get some value out of it, but my tracking arrows just didn't really do any damage there, or they barely hit any husk. So yeah, now you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from when it comes down to why I'm not a huge fan of this thing. The tracking arrows are sometimes also really inconsistent. Like right there, I just hit multiple 44k damage arrows, and right here I'm only going to be hitting 3 tracking arrows, or maybe it was just 1. All in all, I'm really stupid when it comes down to math, and I don't want to do trigonometry or calculus when I'm playing Fortnite, and that's pretty much what you need to actually understand how these seeking arrows actually work. So that's why I'm a little disappointed with the bow. I just want to point out also that another thing that I don't like about this bow is that the range is really bad. And this is a bow, right? This is a sniper, and the medium range on this bow kind of makes it really bad because of how bad the tracking is. I'm not going to spend too much time on this review. I'm just going to make it short and straight to the point. When it comes down to the star rating, it's a 1 out of 5 stars. I would never use this weapon, and quite honestly, I think it's complete trash. But the reason why it's a 1 out of 5 stars is because there's a couple of bugs with the weapon, and I just think that the weapon is just too inconsistent. It's not supposed to do the job that it's supposed to do, and on top of all that, it's not really efficient. And when it comes down to reviews, you guys know me, it's all about efficiency for me. I think that's the most important thing. When it comes down to reviewing a weapon in Fortnite Save the World. And I actually thought I was the only one that was thinking this, but I just went into the Fortnite Save the World Reddit and everybody hates this bow. That sucks, man. That really does suck. But anyways, the recommended perks that I went with is damage, double crit damage, and crit rating. But I absolutely recommend a damage build with this bow. Or you guys can also go for double crit rating, double crit damage if you want those crit damage arrows to be more consistent. Or you guys can not spend your reperk or schematic XP. Just save it until maybe the bow gets changed. That would be really cool. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't happen. See you guys on the next one, and peace out.